In this episode, Sam and Dean Winchester investigate a series of murders in a small college town in Iowa. The brothers are drawn to the case when they learn about a deadly legend known as the Hook Man. The story centers on Lori Sorenson, a local college student whose life seems tied to mysterious deaths. The first death occurs when Lori and her date, Rich, are attacked while parked near a wooded area. Rich is brutally killed, found hanging upside down, and mutilated by what appears to be a sharp hook-like weapon. Lori, however, escapes unharmed. Dean and Sam arrive, suspecting the Hook Man legend is at play. The Hook Man is said to be the spirit of Jacob Karns, a preacher from the 19th century who killed sinners with a sharpened hook before being executed. The brothers dig into local records and discover that the spirit's hook was buried with Karns. Meanwhile, the killings escalate. Lori's roommate is found dead in their shared house, also killed by the same hook-like wounds. Suspicion intensifies as Sam and Dean realize that the spirit is targeting those around Lori, seemingly punishing perceived sins or moral failings. Sam grows close to Lori, who confides in him about her strained relationship with her father, Reverend Sorenson, and her guilt over the deaths. The brothers conclude that the Hook Man is tethered to Lori, feeding off her inner guilt and anger. To stop the spirit, they attempt to burn the preacher's hook after retrieving it from a church storage room, believing it to be the object binding him to the physical world. However, the killings do not cease, leading them to discover that the hook was reforged into other objects. They track the remaining pieces to Lori's necklace, made from the melted hook. In a final confrontation, Dean melts the necklace, successfully severing the spirit's connection and banishing the Hook Man for good. The episode concludes with Lori coming to terms with the events, as Sam and Dean quietly leave town, their job done. The episode balances suspense, folklore, and character development, highlighting the brothers' resourcefulness and emotional depth. As Sam and Dean dig deeper into the legend of the Hook Man, they focus on Lori's connection to the murders. They discover that her father, Reverend Sorenson, may inadvertently be influencing the spirit's activity due to his strict moral stance and strained relationship with Lori. The brothers also piece together that the spirit is drawn to Lori's feelings of guilt and anger, using them as a catalyst to manifest its deadly actions. While trying to protect Lori, Sam stays close to her, gaining her trust. Lori confesses her inner turmoil, especially over her father's controlling nature and her struggles to reconcile his religious teachings with her own desires and emotions. This connection allows the brothers to theorize that Lori's emotions are what tie the Hook Man to the physical world, using them to exact vengeance on those she subconsciously feels conflicted about. The next attack happens in Lori's own home. The Hook Man targets Reverend Sorenson, further cementing the spirit's connection to Lori's feelings. Although the Reverend survives, the attack leaves Lori in even greater distress. Sam and Dean realize they must act quickly before more lives are lost. They discover through additional research that the Hook Man's spirit is tethered to his original weapon, the sharpened hook. The brothers find records indicating the hook was reforged into silver objects, some of which were later melted into other items, including Lori's necklace, a sentimental piece given to her by her father. In a tense final sequence, the spirit of the Hook Man becomes fully corporeal, attacking Lori and the brothers in the church. Dean fends off the spirit while Sam destroys the necklace in a fiery ritual, using consecrated fire to melt the remaining fragments of the hook. With its tether destroyed, the spirit dissipates in a dramatic climax, freeing Lori and the town from its terror. The episode ends on a somber note. Lori grapples with the trauma and loss, while the brothers reflect on the cost of their work. Sam, still mourning the recent death of his girlfriend, finds a moment of connection with Lori but ultimately chooses to move on, prioritizing his mission with Dean. The brothers leave the town quietly, ready to face the next supernatural challenge. This chapter of Supernatural highlights the themes of guilt, morality, and redemption, deepening the show's exploration of folklore and human emotion.